What's going on, guys? Now I'm going to start you off with some good news and some bad news. Now the good news is by the time this video ends, we're going to be up in the MLB playing for the New York Mets. Now the bad news is, I don't know how many games that's going to take. Now it could be 1, it could be 3, hell it could even be 10. And if it does end up being 10 games, since I do want to keep this video between 25 and 30 minutes like always, you're probably just going to see like a pared down version of every single game. So it's going to be essentially like a montage. So hopefully we'll end up getting there sooner rather than later so you guys can see most of the plays, but it ends up being a little bit shorter. I'm sorry for that. But either way, we're going to do our best to actually make it so that they want us up there sooner rather than later. So let's start right away. We're not going to get into the calendar. Like we said in the last video, we're going to end up taking the Sunday game here against Lehigh Valley. We're going to get a little rematch here and we're going to go in, we're going to get a big win. Because if we have a good start here, I think we're going to get called up sooner rather than later. And I don't think it really matters how our offense does, because if we end up looking good here, I think that's going to be the most important thing. Not the way we really wanted to start this, but let's see if we can finish him off here with a changeup. Thankfully, he swings at that. That is a base hit. But you know what, though? At least he earned the hit and didn't just end up getting walked. We can get out of this. If we can do this with, with no runs, man, that would be insane. Honestly, that would be best case scenario here, too. Nice! I can't believe he swung at that fastball. That was ridiculous. Let's even get him down and out with the slurve and get him to chase. Oh, we do! I can't believe he swung at that either! Now we have a good shot of actually getting out of this with no runs. We just need to be smart here and actually throw some of these in the zone. We're not going to get gift swings like that all the time. Let's see if we can grab a double play here, though. It's a really great first pitch. It's unfortunate we didn't get a lot of break on it, but still nice. That's going to be a really good changeup. And now we're in the driver's seat. 0-2. Let's go with the changeup again. I agree. This will end up getting a double play ball. There it is. Oh, or just a strikeout. Even better. Now we got 2 outs and we have an even better chance of getting out of this jam. We don't need to rely on a double play ball like, you know, what we botched at the beginning of the inning. So let's get this and let's just not walk him home. So we're sitting at 31 pitches after 1 inning. We're not looking great. That's going to be outside, and we're going to walk home the first run of the game. That is not what we want to see. That's terrible. Goodbye, Major Leagues. There we go. There's a split. Where was that on 0-2? Or 3-2, pardon me, not 0-2. There we go. Now let's finish him off right here. Let's see if we can actually get him with the split. Well, he doesn't chase that. And rightfully so either. That was definitely not anywhere close to the zone. 2-2. That's fine. Let's go with the slurve. There it is. And that's going to be a ground out? You bet it is. Thankfully, we get out of that one with just only 1 run of damage. That was a really, really terrible inning by us. We need to make sure that we kind of get out of these next couple innings really quickly. So this game is not necessarily going the way that we expected it to. But at least we're up here 2-1. But man, we've thrown 58 pitches in the matter of 2 innings. And we just gave up another double. Dude, everyone on this team seems to have like over 70 speed. So 2-2 count, 1 out. We don't want the guy on second to advance. Let's go with the changeup down and out. Oh yeah, he's not going to swing at that. Just a little bit late on that one. Let's go with the fastball. It's a full count. Let's get him out right here. Looks good. And that's going to be a ground out to the second baseman. At least that's 2 outs now, but we got a guy on third. And again, we're at 75 pitches now. I don't know how long he's going to keep us in there. There we go. We'll get the strike on the slurve. We just wanted to make sure we got something over. Keep this in the zone. There we go. And that is going to be caught by the right fielder. We got out of that one, and this might be the last inning, unfortunately. You know, like I said, we're going to get taken out of this one pretty soon. And yeah, that was pretty quick. David Parkinson comes in. He's going to be the long reliever today because we only went 3 innings. But at least we pick up the win. Obviously, we didn't get the win because we didn't go the full amount of innings to be eligible for the win. But at least we still win as a team, 6-5. Again, we didn't necessarily pitch great. We were a little wild. I mean, 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts though, and only 1 earned run. We ended up walking in the run. It's not like anyone got... Well, no, there were a couple people that got pretty good contact on us. But either way, again, not a great stat line and one that I think is going to make this be a very long video. And thankfully, we were able to actually get a practice in here too, because That allows us to up some of our stats, and that'll be good too. And I think if we actually work on the control of our slurve here, I think that's going to help us out a bit more than anything else, because, again, we're starting to throw the slurve a lot more, especially when we get into, like, full counts, so I think we can control that. That's going to be even better. Either way, it looks like we're taking this Saturday game here against Buffalo, the Bison. You gotta love it. I only say that because of the Madden franchise that we have, but looks like our lineup, holy cow, we got 3 guys that are cold, 4 guys that are hot. You would think that that would kind of cancel each other out. Either way, though, their lineup actually looks pretty decent. 1 guy that's hot, everyone else that's just kind of normal. Let's see if we can put some of these guys on a cold streak, though. So let's be a little more accurate than we were in that last game, because that was pretty bad. But hey, brand new day, a brand new game, brand new us. So it looks like we're about as accurate as we were in that last game. You know, it's funny because I talk as if, like, that's actually, like, the player here. But yeah, I know, that's me. I know. I need to be a little bit better, but hey, we're getting there. We don't quite get that edge, but hey, you know what? We are away, so I understand it. Just get something in the zone here. That looks good. Yeah, that's going to be a base hit. That's fine. Again, at least no free passes. And he's only got 62 speed, so I don't think we're going to have to worry about him stealing. But if we keep going 3-0 like this, that's not going to be good. And okay, we need to chill out here. We can't have something like we had last game. This guy's hitting 167, so let's just make sure that we end up getting that first strike. That's perfect. We should go back to the slurve, I know. But thankfully we go to the fastball. That allows us to get to 2-2, which allows us to set up for the slurve and the punch out. Thank you very much. That was very generous from the umpire, but hell, that swept all the way across the zone, so I don't know what you're looking at, buddy. Coach said he wanted to see us get a couple more strikeouts. Let's have that be the case. There's another one. There's 2 punch-outs already. And after a base hit and a walk, we're starting to look like we're kind of putting it together. There we go. Now they're starting to swing at the first pitch. There we go. 0-1 count. Nice to get ahead in the count. Let's go to that split. We really haven't pitched or thrown that at all yet. So there we go. That's perfect. That'll allow me to get over. Come on now. That's fine. Yeah, I guess I wasn't going to get there in time. He had a better angle at it. And there we go. We ended up allowing the first 2 base runners on, but we ended up getting out of it. If we want to get called up to the majors, that's what we worry about. There we go. Sit down. That should have been a ball. But there we go. Thankfully, we get the strikeout right there. This guy obviously knows that we had to talk to our coach, who was upset about our strikeout rate. So he's given us a couple of really good calls there. That's the guy who got that leadoff hit on us in that first inning. So let's make sure we don't give him anything good. Although going 2-0, it's not the way you want to start. That means we need to give him something somewhat in the zone. And that will allow him to hit something right up the middle. But thankfully, this is only going to be a single. And we already have 1 out. So maybe we can get a double play. This guy looks like he's a little cold right now. So let's make sure we end up getting him swinging at those, or potentially putting something on the ground. That's the main thing that we want to do here. Oh! Oh! He got him! Sorry, I didn't want to, like, flip it around and give you guys, like, you know, I don't know, motion sickness or anything like that, but he ended up getting him at 2. Now we don't even have to worry about the... Oh, here you go. They're going to show it for you. That's great. Oh, that throw couldn't have been any better. Can we get a better angle at that? We cannot. But we have it 1-1 here. Maybe we can get him out. If we can get a strikeout here, that would be huge. Huge. You know what I mean? I don't know what's worse, that pitch or the fact that he swung at that pitch. Let's finish him off with our best pitch. Why not? Sit down. Let's go. What are you looking at, bro? What are you looking at? My goodness, Angel Hernandez would have even seen that and swung at that. What are you doing? Either way, another strikeout. Let's go. This is the kind of run of support you'd expect to get at the big league level from the actual Mets. I know. Again, no runs yet in this game in the 6th. But again, with the exception of that last inning, we're actually pitching pretty well. Can't be upset at it. Look at that, man. Swing and miss by the 2-hitter, too. Although this guy might have been cold, so I shouldn't be too impressed with myself. Either way, let's finish him with that slurve. We should have thrown a better pitch, but that is going to be a ground out to the third baseman. Again, we have 2 outs. We're still fine. It's not like we're in some serious trouble. We get the first pitch strike, and we're looking real good. Let's go fastball down and in. No shot! How did he get that? That was one of the most insane hits I've seen in this game. Great swing by him, I guess. I don't know. I got nothing to say to that. I can't believe that. So full count. We finish him with the split. Down and in. That looked good. Yes! Oh, you got a piece of that, but there's an out. No runs, thankfully. And let's go. Unfortunately, they have 6 hits. We have 5, though. Let's see if we can actually pick up a run this time. We do get relieved, and let's just hope that we ended up taking the lead. Either way, not necessarily a bad stat line by us. I mean, looking at it, looks like we ended up picking up the loss, though, 2-1. We didn't pick up the loss, obviously, like, personally. But unfortunately, we did as a team. But again, 2-1. What is up with our offense? We need to figure this out. But like I said, not a horrible stat line. I mean, 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 walk. That whip's going to go up a little bit. But 5 strikeouts, not bad. And 0 earned runs. That's what you like to see. That ERA is going to go down. And we're going to look a lot better. So I think I'm really going to regret the fact that I said I was going to keep playing until I ended up getting up to the majors. So I might end up putting this on pause at some point. But either way, it looks like our next start is going to be against Norfolk. And it's going to be, yeah, I guess on Friday. It's not going to be too bad. I mean, look at our stats right now. Not too bad. Wish the strikeout number was a little bit higher. But a 2.92 ERA and a 1.24 whip. Not too bad. I wish the win-loss was a little bit higher. But even in the games that we ended up pitching well, we didn't pick up the win. So let's see if we can get that in this next game against Norfolk. And with their record, I think that might be pretty possible. So let's sim forward. We're going to get a practice again. That'll be good. Let's improve something. I think mixing up the speed of our slurve might actually be pretty good. I know we kind of need to up our walks per 9 again, but we do need more strikeouts. Let's up that again. And it doesn't look like our offense really came to play on Tuesday, but man, they came back with a vengeance. 7 and 10 runs in the next 2 games. And let's see if they can carry it over here. And the fact that only one of them is cold actually might bode well for us here. You know, the funny thing is, you guys are going to be watching this. You're going to see the fact that all the games are cut up quite a bit. And you're going to be like, oh yeah, it took them a long time to get up to the majors. So the fact that our offense decided to come and play in this one is actually boding really well for us. We had a 3-0 lead in the 4th inning. And hopefully we can actually retire these guys in order here. But 2-2, we're actually going to dot out that fastball in the outside corner. Why not? Oh, we just miss it. Just missed the corner. And now, why not? Full count? Let's go with that slurve. There we go. How? Bro, that did not leave the zone at all. Where was that? And now this leaves us in a really tough spot. Paul DeYoung is up, and we got a guy on first with 1 out. Hoping for a double play ball right here. And right on cue, we get it. That's the White Sox special right there. And we get out of this one despite the fact that that guy should have been out. That should have been a strikeout. But either way, we pick this one up and we're getting out of this one easy. And now we're in a little bit of trouble. But we do have a 3-run lead, and that allows us to have a little bit of a cushion here. This has been one of the worst umpired games I've played in a while. Let's finish him with that. There we go. At least that's going to be a ground out. Guy holds at second. There we go. Whip around. No one's going. Right. Have you guys had bad umpiring like this when you guys end up playing? Guys, let me know. I know a lot of you guys end up obviously playing MLB The Show too. So you guys let me know if you've had that problem. Either way, thankfully we get out of this one. And hopefully this is going to be one step closer up to New York. And in the 7th inning, looks like we're kind of in the same spot here. We got a 3-0 lead. We're looking extremely good. I wish we would get some more strikeouts, don't get me wrong. But we're still pitching pretty well. But again, we made it all the way to the 7th. I'm extremely proud of this. And the fact that our offense showed up for this one is even better, honestly. Oh, there's a tailor-made double play. 6, 4, 3. Get out of here. Let's go now. We go into the 7th inning with our offense having 2 more opportunities to put up some runs. And hopefully we can get out of this one. I think we're going to go to the bullpen, but hey, you know what? What a great play by the second baseman. I don't think he needed to do all that. But again, hopefully we can get out of here. And we do pick up the win. We didn't get any more runs, but they did. They got 2 more. Hopefully one of those wasn't ours. And we end up picking up the win, and we are 4-3 now. But looking at our stat line in that one, we ended up going 7 strong. 0 earned, thankfully. Only 2 strikeouts that were early on. They're not going to like that at all. 4 hits and 2 walks, though, so we're looking pretty good right there. We're the 96 MLB prospect and only number 3 in the Mets organization. We climbed up there, but I think we dropped in the MLB prospect. That just means we need to get a lot better, and hopefully we can make it up to the majors soon. But after that start, we might have a better shot at getting up there. Now, it looks like we're going to be facing Worcester next, and they're looking pretty good. And again, looks like we're going to be facing Gio. We really need to get that strikeout total up. That ERA sitting at 2.64 is looking really good, though. Hopefully we can keep that up. Thankfully, we're going to get a practice in, and let's get this win against Worcester, too. But let's see if we can get another start like we had last game. But thankfully, we still have a 2-run lead in the third. It should allow us to be able to really get through this one quickly. Again, the way that we've been pitching in games lately, as long as we end up getting like 3 or 4 runs, I feel like we're pretty comfortable. And at a certain point, the way that we're pitching, the fact that we're giving up no runs, really, should mean that they want to call us up. You know, I think we can have good success against Major League batters as well. I say that now, but I'm sure that once we get up there, we're going to have a much tougher time than I'm expecting. Dude, only 36 pitches through 4 innings. That's incredible. That is really incredible. And look at that, a first pitch strike. Didn't think I would see that today. Let's get that change up now. Bro, that is 2 games now in 2 different cities where we're not getting that call. It's insane. That's going to be a fly out to the center fielder. Straight to him, too. Didn't really have to do much walking. And there we go. Let's dot up the fastball in the outer half. There it is. Yes, he did. Sit him down, baby. Let's go now. Now we got 2 outs, man on first. Let's get out of this on our own. And it's going to put the count at 2-1, though. Let's see if we can get him inside. Very nice. That's going to be a ground out to the third baseman, up to the second baseman. That's a nice little fielder's choice, and we get out of the 5th inning. We're facing the heart of the order here in the 7th inning, so we need to be extremely careful. Oh, we couldn't field our position. That's going to be a single, unfortunately, up the middle. But thankfully, we have a guy on first that is perfect double play bait. And we are facing the 5-hitter. They do have a guy in scoring position, and they have no outs. So, yeah, scary position for us, but not one that we can't handle. We've been able to get out of bigger jams than this. I think we've gotten out of bigger jams than this in the game, in games today in this video, so I think we can do that again. I know it's a little outside. That's on us. No. Yes. Oh, you should have stepped on first. I don't care. You got the double play anyways, bud. That's all that matters. Yes, we have a guy on third, but the 3-6-3 double play allows us to potentially get out of this one with no damage. At least we're facing the 7-hitter here. Looking good on that one. No, that's a fair ball. That is going to score him. And I unfortunately... Oh, he's going to wave him home? Why would you do that? I don't know why we got the success on ending the inning without scoring a run. But we'll take the equipment pack. But it is now 2-1. Unfortunately, we give up that run. But I think we're going to leave this game with the lead. And thankfully, that is our 2nd consecutive win and 2nd consecutive game that we've gone 7 strong. We've only given up 1 run over the past 2 games, and we've been looking really good. Might not be a strikeout machine like our coach wants us to be, but we're getting wins, and we're not giving up runs. And honestly, that's got to be the most important thing. I mean, look at that line. 7 innings, only 4 hits, 2 walks, which shouldn't have been walks. 2 strikeouts, which one of them, we should have had another strikeout at least. But only 1 earned run, and yeah, it was on that last one, but we're looking okay. Look at this month right now. 2-0, yeah, only 4 strikeouts, but a .64 ERA. We're looking pretty good, and the front office has got to love that. I mean, if we don't get the call-up soon after games like that, I'm going to be extremely surprised. Our next game, it looks like we're going to be facing Toledo. We're going to be facing Casey Mize. That's going to be an awesome game, too. But look at that. Our ERA is down to a 2.52. We're looking extremely good, and hopefully we can keep that up. But against Toledo, it looks like we ended up losing Game 1, unfortunately. But they do have 3 players that are cold in their lineup. 1 top 100 prospect, but honestly, I think that we're going to be able to take them. Just need to make sure that we go in and throw the same game that we threw in the last 2 games. Hopefully our offense can pick us up again, and hopefully we can get out of here with a big dub. And honestly, I'm really sorry that you guys are only going to see like 1 or 2 innings out of every single game that we play in this one. But honestly, I think it's... I need to show this, and I need to get up to the big leagues. This is taking a lot longer than I was expecting. Obviously, a lot longer than that last at-bat, as that was only one pitch. We're looking pretty good. Shouldn't have said anything, because that is now a gapper, and that is going to be a double for their number 2 hitter. Don't tell me he's going to go 3. Nope, you're holding him up. But at least that's only a double. We can still get out of this one. So when in doubt, go to the fastball. Finish him off. There it is. Oh! No, that was bad. I thought that was a line out. Oh, no! Bro, dude, I fucked up so badly on that one. So we're struggling here in the first of this one. We're already down 1-0. We got guys on first and third. But thankfully, I think we get out of this one with this double play. And thankfully, minimal damage, despite the fact that we had a couple of blunders there, one by me, but no one say anything about that. You guys didn't see that. And we end up picking up the lead here. So let's pitch with the lead in the 4th inning for the first time this game. And let's make sure that we can get out of this one. Although the shortstop was not playing up the middle, and that is going to result in a base hit. So let's finish him with the slurve. At the very least, it's going to be a ground ball. There we go. Sit him down, baby. That is 1 out. Now, if we end up getting the double play, we get out of this inning with, again, 0 damage whatsoever. Let's go with the fastball outside. No. Can you field that? No, he doesn't? That was such a lazy play. That was such a lazy play by the right fielder. And that is the 2nd run of the game. So I think we can get this double play. Nope, we give up a base hit again. That's another base, another runner. And now we've given up 3 in a matter of 4 innings. And this video is going to go on forever. And you guys are going to see like 1 pitch from every game at this point. Hey, we're 1 ground ball away from getting out of this inning. There it is. 1. There we go. Oh, we don't end up getting them. That is a 4th run too. That's unfortunate, but at least we end up getting 1 out there. So let's finish him off with the slurve. Sit down. Looks at it. That ball should have been cracked. I don't know what you're complaining about, man. I got screwed over on a lot of those. Make sure that we at least pick up 1 strikeout here, despite the fact that we are facing the heart of their order. We had 2, 3, 4 in this one. That is going to be a quick out number 2 to the right fielder. Oh my gosh, he played with a little bit of urgency there. Way to go, buddy. See what happens when you actually get on your horse? Holy cow. There we go. And that is going to be 3 quick outs. That is going to be 3 quick bases. No? They held them up? That's okay. Can we still get out of this one, or are you going to yank me on that? All right, perfect. We're going to get out of this one now. Let's finish him off. Perfect. I don't know why we didn't get the strike on that one, but hey, you know what? Each his own. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop. No, he ends up beating it out at first. Now we got first and third. So let's just get out of this here. We really need to, like really badly. Let's go with the changeup, down and in. Looks really good. Come on, get me. No, wow, that was a really bad throw. And people are going to start to come around now. That's unfortunate. That is going to hopefully be an error. That is an E4. And, man, that's going to be the end of our day now. So after a real circus inning right there, we just have one of the worst starts that we've had since that 3-inning start. Either way, though, Trevor comes in, and hopefully he can just get out of this one, and let's just move on to the next game. Yeah, we end up losing on that one 5-3. Again, really bad stat line, but let's just move on. Let's go to the next game. 4 2/3, 9 hits. No. Don't even look at that. This game didn't happen. And that was a really tough one to swallow, unfortunately. But hey, you know what? Again, we're going to move on, and we're going to take on Toledo in this next one. So thankfully our ERA didn't climb above 3 in that last game. But now we stay here in Syracuse. We take on Toledo yet again. Let's take on Bo Brisky. I'm probably saying that completely wrong, but either way, let's take on this order. It's going to be a tough lineup yet again. Let's make sure that we go out and get the win. Let's get some revenge. I'm sorry, guys. You guys can probably tell that I'm just starting to get exhausted now. But we're still going to plug away at this. We're going to make sure that we get up there. This dude's the number 63 MLB prospect right now. Let's sit this guy down. Let's show him that, hey, you know what? We're going to be a problem for him when we get up to the big leagues. No. don't tell me that's going to be a Little League home run. No, that's going to be a home run, isn't it? Get him at home. I can't believe that. An inside the park home run because of a horrible, horrible call by the right fielder. That is not the way we want to start the day. What is going on, guys? That is frustrating. I can't believe that. There's going to be a ground out to the first baseman. Come on, give me some extra points, man. No runs, unfortunately, but we're still looking pretty decent. Still in a good place. We've only given up 1 run. We've given up 4 hits, though, as I said. So let's make sure that we, again, limit that quite a bit. Ooh, they're going to go for the bunt. That ends up going foul. Glad we ended up going with the slurve on that one. But I pushed it to a full count. You want to go for a fastball? I want to go for a slurve. There it is. Sit down, baby. That's what I'm talking about right there. That is the first strikeout of the inning, and now we are sitting pretty going into the 6-hitter. Let's finish him with the fastball. Let's overpower him. There it is. Okay, well, you know what? At least that's a ground out to the shortstop. This time we actually get him, and thankfully we get out of this inning. And even though we had so many opportunities to get him out with at the plate, but you know what? We'll let the shortstop do the work too. And our offense is going cold yet again. We're in the 5th inning now. And our pitch count is actually getting up there too. We're already at 63. Sorry, had to wait for that to pop back up. That's alright. Make that 64 in 4 1/3. Let's get this slurve. Let's finish him off right here. There we go. See? That's all we needed was 1 pitch. I told you, we were finishing him off on that first pitch. And we get out of an inning extremely quickly. You gotta love those. And our offense picks us up, and we got a brand new game. This is essentially just a 4-inning game now. Let's make sure that we win this one. We're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty sharp now, actually. Despite the fact that we've thrown, 70-something pitches? We're looking good. Hey, we're going to the split. Something we haven't done in a long time now. And there we go. Let's get it ourselves. There it is. An accurate throw this time, and we get out of there again with no hits, but I think that might have been the last one considering the fact that we see 2 guys warming up in the bullpen. And right on cue, Shintaro hops in there, going to vulture a win potentially, depending on if we ended up scoring in the bottom half of that inning. And we do end up picking up the win 2-1. I love that. We don't end up picking up the win ourselves, but Cody ends up picking it up, and that's good. At least we don't pick up the loss. Not that we're going to be in line for the loss, but still. Not too bad, and we hop out of here with, again, a positive ERA. At least positive difference to our ERA. Our walk rate does go down, thankfully, because we ended up with no walks there. But 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, and only 1 run. And that really horrible inside the Parker. But that's okay. We end up getting out of this one pretty well. And honestly, over our last 5 starts that we've done in this video, we've actually been pitching pretty well. We should get that call up soon. So let's head into Rochester here. Let's pick up this dub. We're facing Dax Fulton. Looks like he's got a 5.08 ERA. So hopefully our offense can tee off on him. Our 4, 5, and 6 hitters are cold, but hopefully this is where they really turn it around. I mean, theoretically, this should be a pretty easy start, you would think. But just like in Madden as well, like sometimes when you end up facing off against weaker teams, you can still end up having some pretty big trouble, especially on these higher difficulties. I don't know where that slurve was, but I know exactly where this changeup is. Right over the middle of the plate, but unfortunately a little bit low. No, we're not going to the split. Come on now. Oh, imagine if we could have actually. Oh, dang. I was gonna say, imagine if we could have dove and actually caught that. That would have been funny. Great leadoff bunt by him, though. We can get him to ground out. That would be fantastic. And yeah, those kind of pitches are going to get him to ground out. Just like this changeup right here. That's perfect. Look at that. That's going to be a 6. 3 out. So we don't get the double play on that, but again, it was a soft chopper, so I understand that. And he tries to steal third, but he gets picked. Let's go! Gets caught stealing over at third. Our catcher's fantastic. Look at that. I'm glad we went with the fastball. And just what a bullet down to third. Just a fantastic throw. Couldn't have been any better than that. Now we don't have to worry. Let's go out there with some confidence now. And let's make sure we strike this guy out. And despite the fact that we just threw a slurve, we're going to throw that again on the outside. Let's finish him off. Strike 3, baby, end of the first. So we find ourselves in a familiar jam, this time with no outs, though. Let's see if we can find a way to get out of this one, because no outs, first and second, is not looking good for us. That's going to be a double play ball, though. 4-6-3. Get him right there, baby. All right, and despite the fact that we have a guy on third now, and we are facing the 3-hitter here, I feel a little more confident. This guy ain't coming home, I'm telling you. He's stranded at third. It's like this guy's prom night. So despite the fact that we end up walking him, I still think we're in a pretty good spot. We are facing the 4-hitter, though, so we need to be really good and selective with our pitches. Now we got full count, 2 outs. The guy on first is going to be running. Let's hit him with the slurve right here, and let's get out of this. There we go. How is that? That is right in the zone, dude. That is horrible. I don't know how you're not going to call that one. And now we're in a big jam here with bases loaded in the third. We need to keep this a 0-0 game. We can't let this guy get on or even get anyone in. Oh, and that's not good when we start 2-0. Go back to the changeup. That looks good. There we go. That's going to be a ground out. Thank you very much, and we get out of the third inning. Yeah, get hyped up, man. Shouldn't have been in that predicament to kind of start with, but that's okay. They have 4 hits already. We need to really limit that. Come on, offense. We need to do better than that. We're trying to hold up our part of the bargain. Look at that. We got the 9-hitter swinging at something low. So I feel like we've been overpowering this hitter. So let's go with the fastball down and out. Let's get him on 0-2 and let's finish him off. There it is. Sit down. We challenged him and he made a really... I don't know how we keep getting into these situations here. Got a guy on third. Only 1 out this time, though. We need to find a way to get this out ourselves. And now I think we're going to finish it off with a changeup down and out. There it is. There we go. What did I say? We need to finish that one ourselves. We got that one. Now we got 2 outs. Let's get out of this one with no damage. There it is. No. No, it ended up getting through. Come on. And honestly, we should have got the strikeout on the slurve, but that's okay. That, unfortunately, is going to be the first and only run of the game. And now he takes us out on that? We could have still got out of that. But instead, he ends up bringing us out, and that's a little rough for us. That's one that I think we still could have kept going. But 4 2/3, 7 hits, 3 walks. I guess that makes sense of why he took us out. 4 strikeouts and only 1 run, though, but we need to do better than that. It looks like we're actually going to get a start before we end up getting a practice. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be taking the Monday game against Scranton. But first, Coach wants to talk to us. I think he's going to tell us the same exact thing that he told us last time. Very excited about how we're progressing, but apparently they want us to get more strikeouts yet again. And I swear, if we have one more meeting with him where they're not calling us up, I'm going to be a little upset. But here we go. Looks like they do have, for the most part, a pretty cold lineup here. But they do look like they have some pretty good players. So let's make sure we go in here and we show them what we're made of. And at this point, I feel like I can make this video like a full 9-inning game, where I just take 1 inning from each game and be able to put them together. Things are looking pretty good so far. I just wish the offense would produce a little bit, but that's okay. We're producing ground balls, and that's what matters, I guess. If we can keep producing outs like that, dude, that would be absolutely incredible. There we go. That's another one. That's just going to be a 3-pitch... Oh, not a 3-pitch inning, because that's only 2 outs. Sorry, guys, I'm getting ahead of myself. You can tell I'm starting to get delirious now. I might have to put this down and finish this tomorrow. But if we keep getting calls like that, man, we might be able to finish this tonight. If we can get some more strikeouts, too, I think we're going to be in a much better spot. But we just gave up a gapper with 2 outs. And with his speed, that's only going to be a double. Should I go back up third anyways? Yeah, I'll be a good teammate. Let's make sure that we get this guy out. An 0-2 count. Let's go with that split down and away. Swing through it, buddy. Dang. No! How'd you let that get through? How did you let that get through? That should not have been a run. That should not have been a hit either. And unfortunately, that is the first run of the game. But let's just strike out Peraza here with a slurve. Let's get out of this inning. Sit down. Thank you. Let's go. And let's get out of this one, and let's try to get some runs. That run should have never scored, but let's get out of this one, and let's make sure we go up. And look at that. We end up getting 3. Let's go. We're looking really good. So let's go. We go fastball in, and we give up a hit promptly. Okay. Not great, but that's okay. Again, that's 1 pitch, 1 hit, At least we have a chance for a double play here. We're getting down to the bottom of their order. We're at the 7-hitter right now. So let's make that happen. Great fastball, just a little out of the zone. We haven't been getting that all day, so I can't really be that upset about it. Now that one I should be upset about, because that was right in the zone. I don't know where that missed, but wherever it did, I don't know. But there we go. At least he ends up grounding into a double play, and we kind of just get out of that little jam really quickly. So 8-hitter, let's end up striking him out right here. But we're still going to kind of keep it there, though. Like that one right there, and that's going to be a ground out to the third baseman. You get out of 5, still up 3-1, despite the fact that we gave up that one hit. So let's keep it going. I think we still can go out there for another 2. So we give up a leadoff single here in the 7th. I should have realized that we're pitching to the heart of the order. But you know what? Oh, let's do this. Let's double play. Good throw. Let's go. I can't believe we picked up that double play. We helped our own cause, the 1-6-3, and we got 2 outs here in the 7th. And we're still only at 66 pitches. Can you believe that? That may allow us to go into the 8th inning. Although if we keep giving up hits like that, he may actually yank us a little sooner. And that unfortunately is going to be a double. No, he is not going to go to third on that one, thankfully. So now we end up going up to the fastball up and in. Let's see if we can jam him. There we go. Let's go. Sit down, baby. End of the 7th. I think we're going to go out there for the 8th. And we sit here again. I know that pitch wasn't in the strike zone. We end up failing that. But I don't care. We end up picking up that strikeout. We're looking sharp in the 7th. Well, never mind. We're not going out for the 8th. But we still left with the lead. And still, 3-1. I think we're going to win this one. And we do. We end up winning 3-2. We pick up the dub. Absolutely love that. We end up picking up the 1-0 series lead to start off. I think we're going to get a break tomorrow, and I don't think we're going to pitch again until Sunday. But I think this might be the last game for me tonight, so if you see me next time, I'm going to be in a different shirt probably. But let's go. 7 innings, 6 hits, 0 walks. That's key right there. 4 strikeouts and only 1 earned run this month. Only a 2.23 ERA, 17 strikeouts. We're looking pretty good. We still need to up that strikeout rate, but hell, we'll take it. So you guys want to see something amazing? We just ended up unlocking a pack, and not only did we get the Cheesy Painter to bring us up to 74 overall, but we also got the Filthy Painter to bring us up to 77 overall. I wonder which one we're going to end up choosing. Let's put that Filthy Painter on there. We got 3 slots now. We still have the control, the break, and we can do 1 more. And honestly, I think we're actually going to end up going with that recharge. That was something that was actually really nice that we had before. And I think that that's probably going to be the best thing. Doesn't look like anything else is going to up our overall. So I want to go with something that I think I'm going to really enjoy. So that brings us up to 77 overall. And when you look at like the roster and you look at all of the starting pitchers, that puts us 4th. We are ahead of, well, I guess we're tied with Severino right now. But that's okay. He's cold right now. So's Flaherty, which means that we may get the call sooner rather than later. So fingers crossed that upgrade to the Filthy Painter is going to allow us to go up to the majors a little more. So again, like I said, I'm probably going to end up trying to get to sleep here, but I am going to simulate forward because we're going to get our practice, and who knows what ends up happening. So it looks like I was wrong about getting the practice and a little bit of rest. Looks like we're picking up another start against Scranton, so give me a little bit. I'll be doing this tomorrow. All right, guys, got some sleep, got some coffee, did a dab, and our player ended up getting their steroid shot to go up from 70 to 77. I think this might be our last start here in AAA, so let's get into it. I'm really excited to see the difference here between that 77 and the 70, because I know that's a huge jump. I know that really upped our overall, but looks like it changed our pitches for us. I'm going to have to switch that back after this game. But either way, I'm actually liking what this has, but unfortunately, I want it to be a little more realistic to what I am. Because you took away all my pitches. That's not good. And look at that. We don't even get our out pitch in our slurve. Probably should have went with the slider again, but at least we ended up getting a little weak contact there, and that is a first out. And our offense really helps us out there with 3 runs. That is really huge. A great start to the game. So we're here in the 3rd inning now, and still a little upset that we ended up losing all our pitches, but we're actually in a really good spot right now. We're up 4-0 in the 3rd, and it looks like we're just kind of cruising here. I'm going to have to get our pitches back, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I'm kind of liking the sequence of 3. Kind of don't like not having a 4th pitch, pardon me, but at the same time, it's still kind of working for us. Great play by the ball boy there. And let's hit him with the slider out, and let's get him to chase. There it is. Strikeout number 2 of the game. So we keep it a 4-0 game right here. We're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty sharp. Again, not necessarily the pitches that we're used to throwing, but you know what? It works. And we're keeping the shutout intact. I'm really appreciating that. I mean, we've given up a couple of hits, don't get me wrong, but man, we're looking real good. It's nice to be able to actually get those first pitch strikes, too. Again, I've said it so many times, but those are just so important. So important. Now, let's strike out Jones. No, we're not going with the fastball. We're going with the changeup outside. Give him the chase. Oh my gosh, he actually made contact on that. But that is going to be a ground out to short. And now let's get out of this one pretty quickly. We will probably go out for the 8th if we end up getting through this one in just like a couple pitches. If we're out before 80 pitches, we're good to go, I think. We're going to be on a short leash, don't get me wrong. But we're still going to be okay. I don't like seeing that indication there. I know we're a little tired, but still. There we go. That's going to allow us to get out of this. Just kidding. That's going to be a double. Looks like he's going to stop at second. And I know we're getting tired, but allow us to get out of the 7th, please. It's rough that we gave that up to the 6th hitter, and now we're in a little bit of trouble. Double to the 6th hitter, leads to the 7th hitter coming up here with 2 outs. And hopefully we can get out of this one. I don't want you guys to have to be worried about us getting out of this game anymore. Because, again, dude, we have been pitching so well in this one that we shouldn't really have much of an issue. That one was left hanging, but at least that goes to the right fielder, and we get out of 7. And hopefully that'll allow us to go out for the 8th, but you never know. And surprisingly enough, he lets us go out for the 8th. I'm very appreciative of that, not going to lie. But again, I think we're going to be on a very, very short leash here. I mean, honestly, when was the last time we went 8 strong, right? I mean, we did have that one opportunity, but we got taken out after giving up a base runner with no outs in the 7th, so let's make sure we go a little deeper than that. And we pick up a strikeout in the first out of the 8th inning, man. We are still looking really sharp here. And look at that attendance yet again. We are definitely a draw. Just kidding. They're probably not coming for us. But there we go. Strikeout number 2. You guys, man, 8th inning has been our best inning so far. I know that they have someone warming up in the pen, but that's because they don't want us to give up a base hit right here. We know that they're going to bring in someone for the 9th. We know that they're not going to bring us out there. Maybe if we had a no-no going, that would be different, but that's not the case here. And that's going to allow us... Dude, can we strike out the side in the 8th? Can we strike out the side in the 8th? That is a good question. No, we are not. We give up a base hit because we just leave that slider just hanging over the middle of the zone. And I think that might actually be our last base runner of the game. A 111 exit velocity. That's all right. We're still not in really any trouble here. We're okay. Just one base runner. We got 2 outs, but we're still up by 4. Bruh, they are not going to get up on us right here. And I think our coach knows that. I think that's why he's keeping us in. Let's go change up down and in. Let's finish him. Let's go. We strike out the side despite the fact that we do give up a hit there. And our 8th inning is our best inning of this game. That is beautiful. And if that is our last start in AAA, damn it, it was a good one. Now it's up to Shintaro to go in there and finish this game off. I don't know if we scored any more, but I don't think this is going to be a save opportunity. Either way, he can finish this game right here. And that was a huge one. He kept it right there. 5 hits shutout against the Rail Riders. That is a beautiful game right there. And again, we're going to switch our pitches back, but again, if that is the last one before we get called up, that is a great send-off. I mean, that line is insane, considering the fact that we just came off a couple of mediocre games. I mean, 8 innings pitched, 5 hits, 6 strikeouts. That's all you need to know. That is beautiful. Let's go back and actually switch our pitches now, and let's see if we can get called up. And I think that might be the case, because we don't even get a chance to change our pitches yet. We'll do that in a little bit, but Coach called us in, and looks like they're making a move. And that is the final call. Let's go. We finally get up to the major leagues. I can finally end this video, and we can finally go forward as a New York Met. Now let's go change our pitches back to what we were supposed to have. And let's go prove that we actually belong in the show. And look at our locker, man. We already have our hat. We got our jerseys. They look exactly like the ones that we had up in Syracuse. But what are y'all looking at? Hey, guys. Yeah, I know. Lindor, of course, we got Diaz. That's fantastic. We get all the stars greeting us here. That's a really great way to get introduced. That's really cool. I gotta say, Coach has a much better office than our other coaches. Don't get me wrong. Hey, that's the upgrade from AA, AAA to the majors. But hey, you know what? Good for him. Good for him. He even has Sugar and Creamer over there. That's awesome. I didn't know the show ended up making their own brand, but that's pretty damn cool. You bet I'm gonna soak it up here. This is gonna be it's gonna be really interesting. A little nervous, but hey, you know what? If you're not nervous, then you're not a competitor. Even the cockiest people are nervous sometimes. Nothing wrong with that. So now that we got all the introductions out of the way, let's go prepare for our first start. Obviously, we're not going to do that in this video. We're going to go change our pitches back to what they needed to be. And wow, we got such an upgrade. This is such a beautiful room. This is a lot better than those Ramada Inns we were staying at. Now that we got all of our pitches back in place, I think we're going to be good to go. Still a 77 overall, and we're going to end up having our first start here in New York. Question is it going to be home or away? We have a little bit of time before we end up getting that first start, and we just had our start, so it makes a lot of sense. But it looks like we're going to be doing this at home against Colorado. It's going to be a really interesting start. We're going to be facing Dakota Hudson, who's 3-7 this year, with a 5.19, so hopefully our offense can find a way to score. Looking at our records, we don't look like we're that good, so maybe I'm not as excited as I was. But we're coming up on the All-Star break. It looks like this is going to be potentially our only start before the break. So let's make sure we go out there and we make the best of it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Again, sorry that it ended up being chopped up quite a bit and you guys didn't see a lot of all the games, but we'll end up changing that up going forward. We'll start doing only like 1 or 2 games every video. That way it's not a montage like that, but I really wanted to get up to the majors. But again, thank you guys very much for watching and dealing with that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week against Colorado.